Hi, this is Mary Pat Sullivan, the EVP of Marketing and Partnerships here at the North Star Travel Group. Truly excited to welcome James Ferrara for the first time here into the studios to chat with me. He is the CEO of InteleTravel and the managing partner of InTravel. 35 plus years in this business, James. You've been here a long time. Um,
Started
let's,
when I was 5.
yeah, me too. Let's talk a little bit just about the portfolio. You guys have your hands in a lot of this business, right? Stretches across. So can you just share a little bit about the overall portfolio?
Sure. We currently own InteleTravel, of course, which is the sort of jewel in the crown of our portfolio. 35 years, one of the original host agencies, certainly the largest in the world, 140,000 independent contractors around the world working in about 20 countries, but principally in the United States. And we did in 2025 about $1.5 billion in travel sales. But in addition to InteleTravel, which may be less known, is that we also own Hickory Global Partners, which is a 50-year-old consortium of the country's largest corporate and business travel agencies. We owned we own MGME, which is a MICE business, a corporate event and meeting planning agency. We own uh, Ticketo, which is a new acquisition about a year ago. And Ticketo is an advanced technology platform in the live event ticketing space. And we are the white label provider for most of the major credit cards, big banks, and other major distributors globally. We own a new business that has just launched called businesstravel.com. And that business is a home on the internet for small and medium sized business travelers. And it is a one stop shop, a booking platform and service platform for everything. And it's a great example of our integration strategy because all of these other companies that we own all contribute programs and contracts to businesstravel.com and allowed us to offer that one stop shop for everything from air, car, hotel to expense management to meetings and events through MGME and so on. We also own a tour operator, a well known one in the UK called Major Travel, long haul, custom, luxury, and premium product. But the news there is we've just launched it in the United States. So it is now for travelers originating in the United States for the first time. And a few other pieces that maybe I can't name just yet.
Well, there's always going to be excitement and news with you guys. I know that. But it's interesting because you have such synergies with us as an organization because you touch all those verticals that we're in. I find
Yeah.
it really fascinating. So where do you go from here? Can you give us a little news? What's on the horizon for 2026 at least?
Sure. Well, first of all, geographic expansion. In fact, we are now officially licensed in the United Arab Emirates and have an office in Dubai. And in the next couple of weeks, at InteleTravel's big annual convention for advisors, we'll be announcing that we're open for business in,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Congratulations. That's
thank
super
you.
cool.
And the UAE is part of the cooperating Gulf states. So, as a strategic move for us, it's a move really into the Middle East in general. And it allows us then to do business in Oman, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. So, that'll be the further on the next step. We're also putting together our EU expansion, starting in the German speaking countries and based in Germany, and we'll have more on that later this year. And a lot of our um, strategy has to do with technology. We build and own all of our own technology, which gives us complete control. That's where we want to be. And our next moves in that area are automation in the group travel end of the business, and that is sorely lacking automation, as most retailers know. So we've got a big announcement coming there. We have work in the fintech space um, coming out. And we have investments in social media integration. All of these are technology driven, but it's important to remember, going back to sort of the jewel in our crown and our religion here, is that not only do we believe in travel, obviously, but we believe in humans in travel.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this technology serves advisors. It does not serve directly the
The consumer.
traveling
The
public.
end.
We
Okay.
believe in the necessity of a human intermediating. The technology can save time, can produce a better work product sometimes, can be faster, can save money even, but it cannot be human. And human is essential to what we do.
Boy, it's funny because the one piece you were missing in matching our company was the technology arm because the Focusrite piece is our technology piece, and you've now completed that. But and you're absolutely right on the group travel side. That has been a challenge in this industry. I've watched it as a reporter since I started in this business, and it's so that's great to hear. Um, James, can you just give us your perspective on the current state of the industry? I mean, we were chatting earlier and everybody couldn't be busier, but how do you feel about the industry as a whole right now?
Well, I think we're in boom times, aren't we? The interesting thing about that is, you and I have been in the industry for a minute,
Yeah,
but
me
there
too.
are a lot of people who are relatively new to the industry and haven't been through some of the other types of years that we've been through. So they think that the last 5 years, that it's always like this. And we have the perspective to know that it isn't, right? Us. And we over here at InTravel and InteleTravel are have plans for years that are not like this. But while that window is open, you need to seize the opportunity, and that's what we're doing.
That's great. And I just want to ask, and I know we're gonna have some chats down the road here with your management team too, and talk about the individual verticals a little bit more in depth, and Tara in particular on the travel
Mhm.
agency side. But that is your roots. So we have a lot of the travel advisor community on the line here now. So what's your take on the travel advisor itself and the future of that segment?
I think it's never been brighter. Of course, people have been predicting the death of travel advisors for
Forever.
as long as I've been a travel
Hmm.
advisor, right? And
Yep.
what did Mark Twain say? The reports of my death
Are
have been
greatly
greatly
exaggerated.
exaggerated,
Yep.
right? So I think it's never been better. I mean, all the surveys, all the consumer behavior points to the fact that more people get it today than they have in the last decade or two, right? So we're beyond even with AI, which of course is what everyone wants to talk about. There will be that same pendulum swing that we saw with online travel agencies. AI has its place, but it will not replace travel advisors.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for what you've built for the industry and what's to come is very exciting to watch. Good luck with all the global expansion. We'll look for the news. Thanks for breaking a little of it today, but I know you'll come back and visit us again, and we'll our next conversation will probably be with Tara. But we really
That's right.
appreciate you being with us today, James.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll all see you again real soon.